Hi everyone, I'm Jerry. Was just sent this, a really nice electric grease gun. If you're like me and you've got tractors or lawnmowers that constantly have to be greased up, this is a great way to do it. Now, of course, it doesn't come with the actual grease. I've had to purchase that, but this was sent, so thank you guys for sending it. This is actually a really nice one because of several reasons. One, it's got a nice strap, excellent ergonomic handle design on this thing that easily hang on to. It's not overly heavy. They do provide you with 2 rechargeable batteries and the ability to charge that up with this cable, so that is nice. These batteries themselves have little indicators on them. You can push and actually see how much battery life is left, which is nice. As far as the actual rest of the apparatus here, they do provide you with several additional fittings which go on this, which is great. I personally, for mine, am going to be using this end here because it actually fits the type of little zerts that I need for my tractor and so forth. But they also provide you with this, which is a nice cable that you're going to be able to put on here. So I'm going to kind of stick that on here in a minute. That's going to screw into there, and then it's going to tighten down, and the other end of this then will go into whichever end that it is you're going to be using. So I'm going to be using this end here. This gives you some flexibility, which is nice. If you don't need to use it for this particular type of end, like a tractor end, it does come with this type of end, the pinch and release end on this one. And you also just have a typical just squirt, just grease out the end if you just need to grease around certain pieces, which is nice. And then it does also give you a rod that you can use to extend if you need to have this be a longer extension. For me, I've got to be able to get into some tight areas, so I'm not going to be installing that extension rod at this time. Now, this will hold standard size grease, which is great. It comes in a tube like this. Simply going to pull this part out. It has lock tab in place, so that's nice. All metal construction, which is nice. We're just going to simply pull this off, insert whatever type of grease that it is into the end of the grease gun. Fits in there perfectly. We're going to then remove this tab, and then this will then screw directly into here, and we will release the pressure, and then you're ready to go. So I'm going to go ahead and get all this set up, and let's go out and test it out. So a couple things, I've got it loaded in here. If you push the trigger now, you can see it's squirting the grease out of the end of this, which is great. So there's not any like pumping or anything like that. That way, if you're moving right along, like I said, this particular one locks in for mine. You can easily pump it out, move it on to the next one. Get it to where it's pumping through there. So this is going to speed things along greatly. Now, one of the other nice things I like about this particular one is the fact that it does have cord management system. So you do have the strap, but you also have this cord management system here that you can easily wrap this around, tuck it up, and lock it into place. So whenever you're not using it, you can get all that locked up and out of the way when you're hanging it up. The other nice thing I like about it is it has a button right here next to your hand. If you're doing this at night, you've actually got a light, a nice LED bright light that you can actually, if you're out in the field or something like that, you can easily see what you're doing. So that way you can use this to point this as you're locking and forcing that grease into there. So this will work really great. It's not leaking anywhere. It does exactly as it's supposed to do. And I think that's fantastic. Thank you guys again for sending it.